Meteorologist Danielle Noyes here with your Insights video designed to take you through the long holiday weekend. We're going to break down the details, your fireworks forecast every evening, when relief arrives in terms of heat and humidity, and a drought update as well. That's what we'll start with, and I want to zoom in. There's been a little bit of improvement in terms of the severe drought. Last week, the severe drought, by the way, is the orange shaded area. Severe drought extended into almost all of Rockingham County, New Hampshire, most of Strafford County, and far southern York County in Maine. So that has been reduced just somewhat. Still a lot of moderate to severe drought in the southern half of New England. So that's a slight good update there. Now, fireworks forecast the next several evenings. We're going to start with the general overview for New England, and then we're going to get into the nitty gritty, right? So Friday, there's an inland storm chance. It's still going to be very warm. I put 80s here. Northern New England will be in the 70s, but it's probably going to be like 85 to still close to 90 in the evening, and then gradually, slowly, keyword cooling. Warm and humid on Saturday for Independence Day fireworks around 9:30, and then some high thin clouds on Sunday. Totally different feel, much drier air, and temperatures right around 70 for cities and towns that are doing it on Friday. Severe threat for the 4th of July. There's a big area that has general thunderstorm risk, but the highest chance of strong to severe thunderstorms is down to our south from Richmond up through DC, Philly, New York City. And yes, we have a threat for thunderstorms here at home as well, and we're going to break that down together. July 4th forecast. Let me get out of the way here. Woo, it's a hot country. 80s, 90s, over 100 in so many communities. The West Coast, slightly cooler from LA up to San Francisco and the Pacific Northwest. So what is driving our thunderstorm risk for the 4th of July? We talked about this earlier this week, but it's just been so hot to warm at the surface and above our heads. That's helped to limit widespread thunderstorms, although we've had some the past several days. But what happens as we head into July 4th is we actually get some cooler air above our heads that starts to come in, which actually increases the instability risk. And we also have a cold front coming in. So that's the trigger. The combination of those two things does mean there will be scattered action around on the 4th of July that will time out together coming up. Sunday looks like a drier day. So I'm going to take this map slow. It's going to take you through the next several days. Friday is the hottest day of the next few. It's still going to be hot on the 4th, but you'll see what I mean. Temperatures are going to rise so quickly out of the 70s, 80s into the 90s. We're dry in the morning. There may be a stray shower storm that comes into Vermont late morning to midday, and that would be isolated. And again, Friday afternoon, I do think we pop some storms, but it's isolated to widely scattered. So it's still a day, if you have outdoor plans, to keep an eye to the sky. During the evening, this is 6 p.m. on Friday. Notice we're well into the 90s. The heat index, by the way, is soaring over 100 again in many areas. 80s in northern New England, little relief in northern Maine, and 80s to near 90 on Cape Cod. There will be a cluster of thunderstorms Friday evening, likely to come out of New York and sink south and east. And so Vermont, the Berkshires, Connecticut have the greatest chance of picking up a strong to severe storm Friday evening. Don't focus on the exact placement here. Of course, thunderstorms really tricky to say, okay, this city or town will get one, but the overall theme of stop things at fireworks time, and there may be a couple of weakening showers or an isolated thunderstorm that's coming in from the west. So we'll keep you posted on that. Independence Day, 4th of July, warm start in the morning, 70s and 80s, still humid. Wow, we fire up scattered thunderstorms as early as late morning into the afternoon. But notice by evening, there are some signs we get the thunderstorm risk through earlier in the day, and then just an isolated storm left over during the evening, so that by fireworks time, most cities and towns are just fine. Again, we'll watch the timing of that closely too, but the overall trend has been to speed things up a little bit on July 4th. Less humid air comes in, and then temperatures on Sunday look beautiful. We get the relief with temperatures running in the 70s and 80s, air temperatures, and the dew points are going to drop too. Notice we're generally dry across much of New England. The only exception may be across far eastern Maine where we pop a shower or downpour, but Sunday honestly is fantastic. And then some high thin clouds come in towards the evening in southwestern New England, with temperatures generally running in the 70s, 60s in northern New England. So bottom line, have our free 5-star weather app. We get it right in the palm of your hand. Location turned on, alerts turned on. So if any action does pop up over the coming days, you can keep an eye on it here and get notifications from Matt and I too if we push some out. Predicted dew point, when it's up around 70 or over that, it's soupy. And we're there Friday into the 4th of July. Although later on the 4th of July, you're noticing northern Maine, a little less humid air. And that comes down by the time we get to Saturday night and Sunday. Wow, dew points drop substantially. It is going to be a totally different feel on Sunday. The one exception may be early along the south coast. It's not going to be tropical, but you'll still feel a little bit of that humidity. By the way, I've been hearing from so many of you that are loving the 2-week feels like forecast, which is included in each of our membership levels if you sign up. Membership.onedegreeoutside.com for the details, and you also help to support our independent mission. You get a login, the password, all that stuff. Check it out. All right, numbers wise, we're around 100 again on Friday. Lower 90s all the way to northern New England. We're going to be in the 90s on Cape Cod too. You factor in that dew point, the humidity like I was talking about, and it's feeling like 105 to as hot as 110 degrees, 90s all the way into northern Maine. So it's definitely a day, classic summer heat, but for those that have a tough time with it, this has been a pretty long stretch. And the heat won't really drop that much overnight. 70s, lower 80s in Boston, hot again for the 4th of July, well into the 90s, though not quite as hot as Thursday, Friday. 80s in northern New England. Sunday, we get some relief. 80s for many of us, warmest through the interior, but actually some 70s onshore wind. So it will be a totally different feel. It's still a warm day, but lower humidity as well. Busy stretch out on the water too. I just want to show you the predicted wave heights near shore for Friday, for Saturday, for Sunday. If you're out in the boat, 1 to 2 foot seas, some 3-footers from the outer Cape to Wilkinson Basin for down East Maine, and then offshore, the seas will subside a bit, but really kind of gentle, quiet conditions on the water, which is great news. And if you're thinking about taking a dip, heading to the beach, we're keeping an eye to the sky again for a thunderstorm risk, particularly Friday and Saturday, but it'll feel good, right? It'll bring some relief. Water temperatures generally in the 60s to lower 70s, though it is much chillier when you get off the coastline of down East Maine. A reminder, we would love to see your Independence Day pictures or your pictures anytime. The Send to Us tab in the bottom right-hand side of our app. You can access your camera, send it to us that way. onedegreeoutside.com/gallery to our community gallery page as well. Or you can email us, reports@onedegreeoutside.com. Thanks so much for watching. We hope you enjoyed this 1 Degree Outside video.
Get exclusive content, support the mission at membership.onedegreeoutside.com. And don't forget, free and 5 stars on the App Store and Google Play. Search the number 1 Degree Outside weather.